so we came from, porch to the creek, so to speak. And we had a big crowd, and everybody said, Time magazine said, the museum is the remnant of the big exhibition we did called Dudes in the West. The gentleman in the middle is Alfred Jacob Miller, a Scottish nobleman who took with him on his trip up the Missouri River in the 1830s the well-known Baltimore artist Alfred Jacob Miller. Two other dudes are Teddy Roosevelt over here on the right and Marcus de Morris on the left, and Earl of Lonsdale, and there's General Custer up there who guided the Archduke Alexis of Russia on a buffalo hunt out west. This is what we mean by dudes. They were people who did extravagant things in an extravagant way, but they left some mark upon it in the end. They didn't just come and go. It's very interesting that they are Europeans. It's, of course, what America is, a melting pot of Europeans and people of other nationalities who have come to North America to find a new environment, a new place to live. And it is certainly reflected when we try to represent the early history of North America in pictorial fashion. You almost have to stay with European sources.
What are the Americans doing all this time?
Well, they were chopping wood and splitting rails along the eastern seaboard and trying to cut out a way of livelihood, a place to live. And they had little time for painting pictures of Indians. They were worried by the Indians. They saw nothing romantic on this frontier, I can be sure.
Well, this gallery doesn't look very motion picture Western. Did you get rid of the cowboys and Indians at some point?
Oh, no. The cowboys and Indians are always with us, but there is a broader expression of the American West than we were able to define just on, let's say, Western frontier subjects. And therefore, we came around to the conclusion that we probably would be well advised to become American in our aspect rather than just to try to confine it to a boundary line that we couldn't find either in terms of geography or time. So now we direct both our exhibitions and our accessions to what you might say is an American program. For example, we have John Marin, who did work in the West in New Mexico, Georgia O'Keeffe. We gave O'Keeffe a big show in 1967, probably the largest show of O'Keeffe pictures that's ever been assembled. And then later we came around to an image and abstraction show that we did in 1968. And the Ely Nodelman horse, a far cry from the horses of Frederick Remington, but nevertheless this is American, and it expresses the mood and the, let's say, the fashion of the 20th century. Then Sean appears again with this magnificent drawing of Dr. Martin Luther King, a picture of which we are very proud. Then over on our right we have a series of pictures of complete fantasy by Walt Kuhn, the New York painter who is best known for his work on circuses.
Well, the KERA Collection was built first on Remington's and Russell's, was it not?
That is correct. Mr. Carter was completely devoted to the work of these two artists. And this is not to say I'm sure that Mr. Carter was not interested in other things, but he collected as a hobby and for his personal interest, and also because he identified himself with the frontier West, with the west of Texas. And he saw in the work of Remington and Russell the sort of people, the kind of life which he himself had experienced. He had grown up with cattlemen, and he enjoyed the pictures which he saw.